Hello everybody, this is Havoc and welcome back to another Ancient Empires faction overview. Today we are continuing our campaign factions by focusing on Galatia. Now I have played as Galatia a few times and I really do enjoy their roster. The similarities between Galatia and the Averni are going to be very similar. They are just basically located in different parts of the world, so there are going to be some differences just in that. Of course, the Galatians were over there, almost northern modern-day Turkey-esque, central Turkey, so there's definitely going to be some slight cultural differences, but they are going to be Gaelic in their core. So, let's go ahead and dive right on into them. Galatian Chieftain, Tier 3 heavy melee infantry. This guy is pretty buffed. Charge rating of 7, melee offense of 14, melee defense of 16, armor rating of 11, and a morale of 14. So this is a pretty good unit, and this is something that I'm going to do a new thing that I'm adding onto here. It may extend the overviews for a little bit, but it's a really helpful piece of advice and a really helpful stat to especially concerning fatigue and morale in this game. Fatigue and morale go hand in hand. The more fatigued they are, the easier they are going to be routed because their morale is going to take a hit. So you're always going to want to keep your troops fresh. That is something I've recommended. You never want to be running everywhere, even though in most of the battles I run everywhere. Of course, the battles usually don't last long enough against the AI for me to sit and keep them fresh. So that's the case. But we are going to start looking at a new stat down here. Now, stamina is that ability to run or not to run, how quickly they get exhausted, etc., etc. Now, I can't remember the guy who pointed this out, but thank you for pointing it out to me. It is very crucial, especially in this mod, because the quicker your troops get worn down, the less effective they are. I mean, that is going to be how it is. So the fact that I have not been pointing out stamina is a very big flaw on my part, and I do apologize for that. That never really occurred to me that was going to be a crucial part, but it very much is. So, that being said, the Galatian Chieftain has a very poor stamina. Armored to be protected from sword strikes and arrows, but not exhaustion. Next up, we have Galatian Tribal Leader. This dude is going to be even more buffed than his Chieftain counterpart, seeing an increase in melee offense, defense, armor rating, and morale. Now, while he does have a lot more stuff, his poor stamina also means he will tire quickly. But if he is in battle or he is, right there in the midst of everything, he'll be okay. Just running long distances is not his forte. And then we have Galatian Guard Cav. These are Tier 3 heavy melee cav. Charge rating of 9, melee offense of 11, melee defense of 13, armor rating of 12, and a morale of 16. Make them some pretty good heavy melee troops. And again, they inspire their allies. They can hide in forest. They are immune to fear, and they actually have a decent stamina. Not particularly graceful, nor agile. These soldiers are better kept with the bulk of the army. They don't make an impressive screening force. Something to keep in mind. For spear infantry, we have Galatian Bonded Spearmen. These guys have a charge rating of 3, melee offense of 6, melee defense of 12, armor rating of 5, and a morale of 6. And of course, they have poor stamina. Pretty typical Tier 1 spear infantry that we have seen. Galatian Levy Freeman, charge rating of 3, melee offense of 7, melee defense of 14 is pretty good. That armor rating of 7 is pretty average, and a morale of 8 is pretty good. And they actually have decent stamina. And then, along with here, Galatian Spear Wall. This is very similar to the Arvernii. I say Arvernii. If I do, whatever. Arvernii, whatever. Galatian Spear Wall. These guys have a charge rating of 4, melee offense of 8, melee defense of 14, armor rating of 8, and a morale of 10, with decent stamina. Also the ability to brace spears and spear phalanx. So pretty good spear wall infantry there, absolutely. Melee infantry, we have Galatian Free Warband, charge rating of 4, melee offense of 10, melee defense of 11, armor rating of 8, and a morale of 8 with decent stamina. Moving right along, these naked fanatics, these guys, charge rating of 8, melee offense of 16, melee defense of 14, armor rating of 4, and a morale of 13. And they actually have good stamina. Able-bodied and hardy, it can prove difficult to catch these nimble troops. Now, I'm also thinking that kind of is relation to speed. Maybe, maybe not. We'll have to kind of gauge that. So the ability to get in and out of battle and get to different places is pretty crucial as well. We have Galatian Noble Warband of the early period, charge rating of 6, Melee offense of 12, melee defense of 14, armor rating of 11, morale of 11, with poor stamina. Actually, no, this is decent. Pardon me. And so you'll just see that anytime you see me hovering over a troop, you're now going to instantly look at the stamina, and you're going to know what it is, and that's going to really give you a boost too. So these guys are pretty good, but not as good as their late counterparts. Just see an increase in just about everything, a really good charge rating, and then some decent stamina make them good for short distances, like dwarves. Down to bow infantry, we have Galatian hunters. Ammunition of 23, ranged offense of 2, missile range of 135, melee offense of 2, melee defense of 3, armor rating at 5, and morale at 5 means they're not going to really want to get into melee combat. They won't last very long, but they do have good stamina, so that's something to consider. And then we have Galatian archer militia. Ammunition of 23, ranged offense of 2, missile range of 120, melee offense of 3, melee defense of 5, armor rating of 7, and a morale of 7, and these guys have very good stamina. Conditioned to endure the most breathtaking tasks, these soldiers are superbly light on their feet. We have slingers, ammunition of 30, ranged offense of 2, missile range of 240. That charge rating really isn't anything, to be honest. Melee offense of 4, melee defense of 9, armor and morale at 5, with decent stamina. Good stamina, pardon me. I'll get them down. It'll take me a couple of factions, but I'll get down the stamina. And so yeah, pretty decent tier 1 light slingers. Skirmishers, we have Galatian skirmishers. Ammunition of 4, ranged offense of 9, missile range of 70, charge rating of 3, melee offense of 7, melee defense of 10, armor rating at 5, and morale at 7. I mean, they're going to actually hold out pretty well should they need to get into melee offense, plus they have good stamina. The Galatian noble youths are actually just pretty buffed, very much like the Averni versions of those guys, and they of course have very good stamina. Down to melee cav, we have Galatian free horsemen. These guys are pretty leveled tier 2 melee cav. Charge rating of 9, offense of 9, defense, or melee offense of 8, excuse me. Defense of 9, armor at 7, and morale at 9 with some decent stamina. Good stamina, I should say. Again, that's decent. There we go. Galatian noble horse from the early period. Charge rating of 8, melee offense of 8, melee defense of 13, armor rating at 11, and morale at 12. These guys are going to be good at short range. Free horsemen, good at decent range. Galatian noble horse and their late counterparts, decent. So they'll be able to charge right at the end, so we're going to start using that, implementing that. It's just not something I thought of, but again, it's really going to kind of change my tactics now that I'm aware of how they are. Galatian noble light horse skirmisher cav, as one of the developers, Will, I believe, said, these Galatian noble light horse, the reason why they are so good is because they're noble light horse. They're noble skirmisher cav, which is kind of a weird concept, but it works. So they're going to be better trained, so of course they're going to have higher melee offense and higher melee defense. That ranged offense of 11 is going to kick butt as well, and then of course they have good stamina. And then last but not least, we have Galatian warhounds, who have decent stamina, charge rating of 4, melee offense of 10, melee defense of 13, armor rating at 5, and morale at 8. So very similar to the Averni, but definitely going to be some good troops. You know the drill. I'll see you on the battlefield. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the battlefield. We are fighting in Turkey. This is actually the cobblestone map. And holy crap, look at these guys. Look at them. Holy crap. Okay, anyway, sorry, I got distracted. So here's our measly looking little force. We are, of course, hopefully going to win. We are outnumbered only by a good 400 troops, so it's really not that bad. But the troops that these guys have, which are the Armenians, by the way, we've been wrecked by them before, but I am bound and determined to win, and I've got some kind of sneaky tactics I'm going to try and pull on the Armenians. So let's go ahead and go through our unit compositions, and then we'll get straight into the battle. On the front line, I have 4 units of Galatian noble youths, these burly men. This guy is literally this guy, but shrunk a little bit. I love it. I love it. I love this mod. Anyway, so we have 4 units of Galatian noble youth. They do have that very, very powerful ranged weapon. Ranged offense of 11. So definitely going to be good. And plus they have that good stamina, which I'm starting to pay attention to now. I kind of do feel dumb this whole time not paying attention to that mechanic. But behind them, our main line is consisting of 4 units of Galatian Spearwall. These dudes look bad. I'm not going to lie. They look really good. The Galatians just, oh wow, that's just a really cool looking effect. I'm getting very distracted. I apologize, guys. So 4 units of those guys. They're going to be our main line. Behind them, we have 3 units of Galatian naked fanatics, and I'm not going to tell you what I'm going to do with these guys. That sounds really, really bad. I'm not going to, I don't know how to say this without sounding dirty. These guys are going to do, I'm sorry, it's just bad. We're going to move on behind them. Some Galatian noble warband of the late period. These guys just look really cool as well. The Galatians just have some really cool designs, including this cool looking dude with a molten face. Oh wait, you get right behind there. Dude's got a pigeon on his head. Alright, I'm done. I'm done being distracted. Behind him, we have our Galatian guard cav. Very nice looking troops. Very nice. Very nice. And then over here on our right flank, we have 2 units of Galatian Noble Light Horse. I'm hoping they'll be able to do some damage just beyond throwing their little Pelham ranged thingies. So hopefully they'll be able to do some good. And then we have 2 units of Galatian Noble Horse of the late period, which are again some pretty solid looking troops. Hoping that I'll be able to take them on pretty well. The only issue is that I have some Armenian royal cataphracts as their general, and then I actually have 3 units of Nakahar cataphracts that I'm going to be fighting against. So we are outnumbered in the Cav battle. We also are going up against several of the Armenian Kintronicans. So this is not in my favor at the moment, but again, we're going to try and do some sneaky tactics and see what we can't do. So we're going to move up. We're going to move up slowly. Actually, they're not even going to reach me in time, so there's no reason for that. We're going to go there. There. Come on, lads. Coming at me with a mighty force. Looking good, sirs. Looking good. That's the enemy. I don't need to be talking about the enemy like that. Alright, so we're going good in front lines. And I'm going to try some serious microing here. And you guys know how good I am at microing. So you should know this should end disastrously. Don't want to get my troops too spread out, but spread out enough. Then we're going to try some super sneaky tactics here. We're going to go ahead and have him up and running. I'm kind of nervous, guys. I really hope this execution goes perfectly, because I really, really need it to. They are pushing all of their cav over here on the right flank, so I'm going to do the same. Well, that didn't go as planned. Oh well. Always the improviser. Good lord. Here we go. There you go. Throw your pelham, sir. And then come over here. Wow, you're going to really take me on. All of those cataphracts are going to try and take me on. That is not the wisest move that the AI has had, I'm not going to lie. Let's get my other spears engaged. We're going to back off here. You guys are going to back off. No more running away. You're going to go right there, and you're going to do some good work. You're going to charge around here, and we're actually going to chase these dudes down. You're going to go here. No more skirmishing. I got my naked fanatics. They got to get into that melee battle. Shield wall. There we go. Get into them. We're going to go into here. Actually, get out of that spear wall. Go right there. Get into those Romanized infantry troops. Let's get into those swordsmen. Boom, right there. Routed some cataphracts. Perfect. Get into there. Man, we are rolling. This is insane. This is going a lot better than I thought it would, though. I expected a slower cav charge in the beginning. Should have known better. Okay, let's slow it down because we've got a lot of things moving here. What I did, I'm going to pause it. What my initial plan was, and we're going to take a look from above here. My initial plan was to split my spearmen into two groups at the last second and charge my a group of naked fanatics forward and then charge more naked fanatics through there. The plan was to get one dude up front, two on the side, and kind of push outwards and then collapse it with my swordsmen. That didn't go to plan. They charged a lot faster than I thought they would. So instead what I did is I plugged a spearman right here. To plug those guys, I plugged another spear over here on this wall with some noble warband to support. Same thing here. I plugged an opening and then I slammed my naked fanatics in to those holes. I slammed a dude here. They collapsed, ran away. And I'm going to put these guys right into here to go and collapse on these guys. My naked fanatics are superb attackers. Melee offense of 16, and they have a melee defense of 13, which is really high. They have decent stamina. They have good stamina. And not only that, they inspire their allies. They scare the crap out of everyone. And so these guys are going to be really good to go up against everyone. My Cav, they are taking out those cataphracts. My Galatian Noble Warband, they say they're going to be good against those Kensho Networks, which they might, but what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to figure out how to plug those guys immediately in order to take advantage of my Cav coming through and wrecking the back of these guys. I got troops coming in here. They're actually going to come right there, which is what I wanted them to do. They're going to plug the holes there, and then they actually have a decent charge. They have a charge rating of 3, melee offense of 8, melee defense of 13, and so that ranged 11 is going to come in. It's going to wreck that whole front, which is going to collapse it as soon as I do my little war cry over there. We're going to collapse that whole front. They are gone in this whole front. We're going to push around that way, and then I'm going to secure my advantage and win the battle. That's my estimation anyways. No guarantee that that'll happen, but we're going to roll with it. And then, of course, a unit in the reserves. General's under attack. I understand that. Let's actually get them around there. Oh, hey, Cataphracts, what's up? I didn't see you there. Get back. Yeah, you're dead. Sorry, buds. See, nothing goes according to plan, ever. Alright, so then again, we have to figure out how to plug these dudes around. Get these dudes around because there's no other way. Let's get focusing on these guys. Now, I did lose my unit cards. And we're just too fast for these Kensho to do anything. We're going to pursue those guys. We're going to go right here. Again, it's still working. These guys are getting pounded from behind. That sounds awful. Sounds absolutely awful, but it's true. And so we are definitely securing that advantage that I had before. Now, I am wearing out my troops by having them run around, but we simply just don't have enough time. Get out of there, dude. We don't have enough time to be walking around. And these guys will probably rout as a result of running away from those spearmen, but that's a risk we're just going to have to take at the moment. As soon as they get done throwing, see, look at that. We're routing. We're collapsing those guys. Let's go ahead and get some slow motion footage now. These guys are just getting slaughtered. That looks really cool. All of those. I'm really loving the one-on-ones that these guys have. They really do look good. Let's check it over here. Oh, that looks really sweet. Let's actually get that on the other side, see if we can't get some of those missiles in there. Let's just get some of that action. My naked fanatics are doing superb work on these Romanized infantry. Oh, wow. Here we go. Duel? He's like, nah, I don't want to do that no more. And then these guys are holding the line pretty good as well. So we're doing, I think, an excellent job. Go after those guys. Let's go ahead and hit the play button again. We got their general surrounded. Let's collapse in on all their ranged units. and then charge into the back of those guys with our skirmishers. Now again, we are leaving a lot of troops in reserves. I mean, these guys aren't even fighting. Let's go ahead and take them back because they pushed the other troops back, which is fantastic. Their general is running away, which I'm going to capture, put him in the back. Go there. As soon as we collapse these dudes, their morale should go down. It's at 5, and they are winded. But look at that. We've completely just wrecked all of their ranged troops. There's really nowhere for our reserves to go, so we're not going to use them. I mean, I really don't mind not using. It says we're at a bad disadvantage, but we are not at a disadvantage whatsoever. These dudes are just going to run themselves down. We're going to reline up. I'm actually going to come over here and support. My skirmishers are going to be lighter than my heavy melee cav. So we're going to go over there. There's really, I don't even think I could squeeze guys into there. We're going to try it though. And then we're going to try coming back here. Brilliant. All of you guys focus on that, on him. And with that last cataphract out, they are, oh, here we go. What's up? What's up, naked fanatics? You're not doing too hot. That's why we got support. There they go, completely collapsed. They're going to line up, though. Here we go. They'll be good. General's routed. And here we go with our epic final charge across the board. I love it when I get to do this. Just come over here. Let's go ahead and charge those dudes in as well. Pretty much across the line here, they're all going to rout as soon as they get charged. They should anyways. Because that's just going to cause a pretty devastating morale drop. It should. Doesn't look like it is. Those Armenian Nakhar swordsmen. What if I did this? That drops your morale pretty well. Wow, man, they're even routing my Galatian spear walls. Wow. Wow, that's interesting. That's really interesting. But regardless, we just routed those dudes. We're going to come over here and support. We're going to come right here and support, even though we're not actually going to engage at the moment. There we go. Collapse on them. These guys are very tired, which is going to affect their morale. Another charge. Yep, it's going to bring their morale to 3. Hit those guys in the back. Draw the other horsemen around. Oh yeah, we got this in the bag. Collapse on that dude. Oh, we actually did lose a unit of skirmishers. Interesting. No worries, no worries. They're all faltering. This dude will falter too. Retreat? Oh, that dude just lost his head. Very nice. Very nice. Focusing on that action when we should be over here focusing on this action. Okay, so we got those 3 guys. We're just waiting on them to rout, or to rout basically. Let's go ahead and just get these guys all summed up. Hit him in the back. You 2 hit him in the back. That last spearman unit over there will rout for sure. These guys are about to rout. I guess they're wavering, but with that last charge, they will rout. And so are their compadres, which means their other dudes should waver. Which means we're going to have to draw a new line up here. New spears in front of them. Let's get my ranged units back. My naked fanatics over here on the side. And all of you dudes over here. I am surprised at how well he's doing. He's just going to sit there. I think he's just going to wait. I guess he's moving up slowly. Yeah, the AI doesn't know what to do. They're using that reserve mechanic, and it's kind of glitching out right now. So what we're going to do... So we're going to double, triple forward time. I said we're going to double, triple forward time. You guys are going to make a wonderful sacrifice. There we go. We don't even have to be here. We don't even have to hit them. Just have to intimidate them. That's it. There we go, in the battle. Brilliant, heroic victory. That got kind of iffy there for a little bit, but we actually ended up doing pretty good. So, guys, that is Galatia. It was a pretty effective troops, I'm not going to lie. All of those spear walls got really good kills. So did our Galatia noble war bands. Our actual noble use did pretty well. 559 kills, 608 from that guy. And then, of course, Naked Fanatics actually did their job very well. So overall, Galatia is a very strong, powerful faction. They will be able to dominate battles, especially in custom and multiplayer. Again, you just have to kind of know how to use them right. And again, that stamina factor that I've never really truly considered is something to very much consider now. So I do apologize for not realizing that, but do thank whoever pointed that out. I just can't think of them right now. But anyways, I hope you enjoyed Galatia. If you did, give it a thumbs up. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button. Follow me on Twitch, Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. This is Havoc, and I'm out of here. Peace.